Hello, dear friend. Here we are. Wisdom for the Spiritist Practitioner. This is day 2, chapter 2 of the book Educandario de Luz. This book is titled in Portuguese, written originally in Portuguese, but coming about in English as we speak. Carlos Diaz and I are working on the translation and the revision, and we're here with you at Kardec Radio in this coming 40 nights total, going through the messages that Chico Xavier received by many spirits, from Dr. Bezerra de Menezes to Emmanuel, André Luiz, Brother X, and many others. It's a true guideline for those who would like to be instructed as a Spiritist practitioner. Nowadays, we have several messages in this world regarding Spiritism and its universal topics to the world. The only thing that we are missing here, what is it? You know it. Instructions for the Spiritist practitioner. And we're talking about instructions because we have books, magazine, but a book like this one is unprecedented. So we think Educandario de Luz, like Educational Institute of Light, is really unique and gives us perfect guidelines for those who are willing to form a group. You may be asking, why do I need to form a group? Can I do it by myself? Can I just read the books and, share with friends and family? Of course you can. But according to the law of society, we are supposed to form communities. Communities that are organized and are practicing these principles, applying them, and helping others. A Spiritist group encompasses the relationship with the discarnate realm. Many groups in the world nowadays are summed up in activities in the physical realm. But without the mediumistic component, ostensibly saying, we cannot be assured or guarantee that it's going to secure the foundation of what we need. We need mediumistic communications. Okay, as Kardec says in the Medium's book, if we don't interact with the spiritual realm in an ostensible way through mediumistic meetings, we're just creating theoretical groups that are only good in theory. In practice, we're still far away from actually the practice of Spiritism. Okay, so we're talking about a group that requires this interaction amongst the incarnates and the discarnates, right? And I know you're there. I can see all of you. I can see Ana Augusta. How are you? My friend Luis Hu with Ana Augusta. Katia. Andrea Torres is here. Rihanna, beautiful Rihanna. Nico, the South Africa group doing amazing works. Teresa Castro. Adilson. Soon seeing you there, my friends. Jussara is here. Sunshine is here with us as well. Hipólito, how are you? Lívia Moraes, how are you, Lívia? Nina, how are you, friends? Well, according to the spirits, they are saying it's inevitable that this will expand to other parts of the world. And we just see, I've been in the United States for almost 20 years, and I just see the spread of these groups and in the world as well. So it's a progressive science that really expands as we speak, no matter the hardships on the earth and no matter how material science expands. Nothing contradicts the science of the spirits. On the contrary, the science of the earth is daily proving the many concepts and the revelations that were brought into Spiritism. So you and I will see more than ever before the spread of Spiritist groups in this world. And if you are living in a part of the world where there's no group, maybe life is calling you to team up with people, starting in your family, groups of friends, and do it. Just do it, friends. I remember in Baltimore, almost 20 years ago, there were no Spiritists, to my knowledge. And when I invited Jorge Godinho Neri, who is the current president of the Brazilian Spiritist Federation, he was living here in the United States at the time, and his wife to join me, he asked me, do you know other Spiritists? And I answered, I don't, but I will. I got a list of Brazilians, a list of Brazilian phone numbers, and I started calling in and saying, we're going to start this meeting this Saturday, October 19th. If you want to come, this is the address, come. And who came? A couple and another lady, and us. 3 months later, we had 30 people. We moved to a room at University of Maryland that I used to work with, I used to work in, and there we spent many years, and from there on, it's just history. Go to the ssbaltimore.org website, and you see the history. And later, we opened a group here in Virginia, the Spirit Side of Virginia. That's how it happens. It happens naturally. When you read the book Paul and Stephen, you see the spread of these teachings go person to person. If you think of creating a group of 1,000 people before you actually open it, it's not gonna happen. So that's why we're reading chapter 2 of this book, Educandario de Luz. Today the message is the perfect group, talking about perfect group, thinking about creating a perfect group. I know Carol Correa is here with us. Thank you, Carol. And Angelita de Paula, Michele Silva, Ceissa, beautiful Ceissa too, Erica, beautiful Erica. Friends, the message today is perfect for those who are thinking about forming the perfect group. All right? All right? You ready for it? I am. The perfect group. I'm going to read it to you from Brother X. You know who Brother X is? Brother X is the pseudonym of the spirit Humberto de Campos, the author of the book Good News through Chico Xavier. This is the guy this is the teacher, and I say guy kindly, not undermining him, but saying he's our coach tonight, okay? Let us allow him to coach us, our thoughts and feelings, so we can, sooner than later, adjust ourselves and fulfill God's will on earth as it already is in heaven. Hello, Claudinha and Rudy, present, making the present pleasant, right? And Lisa Teles. You're right, Nina. Nothing is without reason. And the storms of the earth are coming in to shake us up so we can wake up for what needs to be done. And this is one of the things we need to do. The perfect group, Brother X. The spirit Julio Marquis commended the small group with discretion and kindness. He was a patient leader of a tiny flock of Christian spiritual companions. Twice a week, manifested through the medium Mrs. Maria Paula, he guided his friends in the gospel activities. Tenderness allied with experience, firmness coupled with self-denial. Conflicts and moral difficulties echoed him in a particular way, drawing from him words enlightened with benevolence and candor, slipping into the wounded people as balm of hope. On one of the nights when we shared his responsibility, as simple, unnoticed backstage worker, we noticed the presence of a young lady in the assistance. She was identified as Mrs. Clara. Smart and distinct lady, she exposed her thoughts in a spontaneous conversation, unsatisfied and inquisitive. As soon as she noticed Marquis closing the edifying remark, she asked him a question point blank. "Brother Julius,